Welcome back for another tips for leveling episode. We're starting off here at Mosquito. As rough orders go, this is not the best. I mean, it's fine. 25 silver is 25 silver, right? But sometimes this one is worth a little more, I think. And a lot of times we'll have two rough orders to go for at the same time, which is always exciting. I want to spend the beginning of this episode getting a little bit of a game plan for Corey, in case that's what we end up doing. So let's just put some lines in the water here with really just a variety of stuff. We'll probably just put pearl barley and maybe, let's see, it's daytime. Maybe worms. We're just going to do 18 hook. I think the idea here is let's see if we can't. And we may end up just letting them sit here for a little bit. I mean, if we get a fish on, they'll stay on for a minute. So I am going to go look in the store for a bit. So we're not going to be like right on top of these. But, you know, I just can't stand not to have some fishing going on, even while we're getting a game plan together. I don't know if it's interesting for you. Let's try bloodworm. Just for funsies. I don't know if it's interesting for you for me to sort of think through a game plan for Corey during the episode, but hopefully it is. Hopefully it is. Let's see what's on this pearl barley, and then we'll go get started. So if this is a bream, you know, it's a little past ideal bream time, but they could still be biting a little bit. Oh, it's a roach. Okay. That makes sense on pearl barley. That makes sense. You know, it's been a while since we fished a whole lot at Mosquito. We've been doing a lot more berg lately on this series, but I do wonder if the Mosquito bream are still biting. Real quick, let me just show you. Maybe this will be a little motivation. I'm still so excited.
Your balls, use the
Wow, really? Manscaped? That's the ad you're gonna give me? I'm just still so excited about this fish. So I was at Amber at this spot that I fished at last night as well. I want to check, make sure it was still good tonight. Maybe this is like motivation if you're still leveling up. 24 kilo common carp trophy. And then kind of the other exciting part. Oh crap, you can't see it. Anyway, I think it was like 700 silver, something like that total. Remember that one fish is almost worth 200 silver. So anyway, that's what we're working for. Like, that's what you're working towards. Just having a lot of fun carp fishing. If you're like me, at least. That might not do it for everybody. For me, that's about as good as it gets. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking for, and I'm going to kind of make some notes here on my little sticky notes as we're going. But I'm thinking that I just have in my head that these express fishing rods uh, 15.4 kilo, and it's 248 per. So we get two of those. 15.4 means that we could even use a saber on it. Which I need to check and see if sabers are out of stock at, I know they got them at Old Berg, but they cost they're just over 1,000 silver. But that's kind of what I want to get next reel-wise. I've gone back and forth, and I may go back and forth even more. They don't have the 6,000. I would consider Protown Pro 6,000. I guess I should check that. So we need to check on, we need to check stock at Winding and Berg. And that's for Proton Pro. I just don't see getting another Adriatica. We could, but it kind of feels like skipping that and going straight to the Saber. I don't know. It depends on how much I want to struggle with trolling at Quarry. Trolling at Quarry with a Saber is much more ideal, I feel like, than a Adriatica. Okay, so that just gets us started, right? And then we need braided line at about 10 kilo. We kind of want a big spool. So what's the cheapest big spools we could go? Dang, I hate to use black line at Quarry. It might be fine, but basically we would want the... So the 10's out of stock. That kind of stinks. Now we could check stock other places too. So here's 10.2. This would kind of be ideal. So the line extra silk 10.2 kilo, 120.70 per. And we would need 2 of those. Although the second one really should probably be what? Because we're going to start off on the Adriatica on one of the trolling. Oops. Because that's what we have, and that goes 7.5. We could overload it. I don't know. 10 on an Adriatica seems like a lot. So I still got to figure that out. I think I'm just going to erase the second one for now. And then we need a couple lures. And I don't know which lures. But as you can see, like we're looking at... oh, the Adriatica's 363 at Oldberg. We're at least looking at, for the 2 poles, 500 silver. Okay, so that pretty much takes a lot of what we have now. And then if we go for the Saber, we need 1,000 more on top of that, so we need about 900 more. So that's kind of where we're at right now, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know that we need to do a whole bunch more planning. Let's see what fish we have on. Let's go by winding and check stock on those specific things. I guess I should also see, like, because we really want more of like an 8 kilo classic leader. See, there is a bream. You know, bream at Mosquito might still be really good. If we're going to use that Adriatica as a spinning reel, it's a rough. Oh, we actually do have a little fish on bloodworm. What is this? It is tiny. Is that a little... Oh, it's a little rough. Okay. Cool. See, we made 4 silver while we weren't even doing anything. Let me double check the classic leaders, though. Did I already eat? Yeah. Let me double check the classic leaders. See, that may be what we want, right? So second line should be around 8 kilo. And then we get the classic fluorocarbon leader that's 7.7. All right, we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay. Because the leader is 7.7 and our Saber leader is 10, which is just perfect. Okay. And then we'll go fish at that spot at Oldberg until bream time. We'll kind of do what we did last episode, I guess. We'll do like night crawlers, cheese, and then bread or something down at the pond at Oldberg. And then we'll try to make some silver off of bream. But if we keep going with this leveling series, my idea is let's figure out quarry trolling. make some good silver over the course of however long there, and afford the gear to start carp fishing at Bear. That'd be a long time for this series to go, but that would be kind of what I would do next, I think, if I was going to continue it that long. All right, so what do we need to check here? Out of stock. Holy cow. I didn't realize that. Is the Proton Pro 6,000 always more expensive than a Saber 60? Requires level 16, but we will be 16. That's weird. You know, we could do a Saber 40. I mean, the big thing you're losing is the spool, but if we're in a boat... Hold on, I'm going to put that down as... it's not like... It's not a good option. I will definitely talk myself out of this because of the spool. But it, you know, it still has 9 kilo strength. I'm telling you. Okay. The other thing we wanted to check was... I don't know if there's anything else we want to check. You know, something like this might be a really good reel. It's just a 3,000 size instead of a 6,000. I really like having that spool size, you know. Even something like this. In a pinch. I don't know. Might be worth considering. Alright, at least we have a game plan now. I think it's good to have a game plan. I think it is good to have a game plan. Let's get our lines in the water, and then we can look at some messages people have left on recent videos. We've gone like 13 minutes now with hardly any fishing. I wish we had 10s. I think I'll go 11 actually. I should make some more fake tench. Crackers, maggots, sunflower oil. And then we'll go 12 on this one. Probably just with bread. And we've got 54 pieces of Crucian Gibble, so that's probably fine. But let me see if we can make the fake tench. 12 of those. What'd I say it was? Maggots and sunflower oil. That's all that was in it, right? Alright, we've got plenty. We've got ingredients to make ground bait. We're good with that. Yeah, we're not going to have long to fish before it's time to move to bream, but I'll see how I'm feeling when we finish bream fishing. I might go back and give you a little extra time at the pond. See if we can't get a reasonably sized common carp or something. Get a little lucky. I think we go back to 18-meter clips, and then, but we probably won't full cast them in the pond. But we'll be ready for bream on the clips. Thanks for letting me think through that. It just kind of gives me, it helps me give me an idea of what we're saving for. But I think saving for the Saber 60 makes sense because it works both for spinning and it's also strong enough that we could fish for like burbot there. I think it's good. Okay, so let's go back down to 18 clip and I'm gonna cast it like right out here. Everything should be set up already. Just kind of put these in different spots. And then the bread we just literally want to plop right in front of us. Just so we are slowly catching some fish here. Okay. Let's check out and see what some of the recent video messages you all have left on my videos have been. I know we had several videos yesterday and I haven't had a chance to respond. All right. That's on cheese. Hey, we'll wait till like 2100 to go fish for bream. That's one thing we'll do. That way we have a better chance of catching one or two more tench here before we leave. So, if Todd Mooson commented, does different PVA work? It was published in Discord 3 to 4 months ago that the last PVA overwrites the first two. Yeah, I don't know that for a fact, but that kind of thinking is why I only use one PVA across all three of my lines. And of course, this is not pertain to this account. This is on my main account where I actually use PVA, but I do think whether there's truth to that or not, that's kind of how I approach it, is fatty perch. Is even if I am using different baits, I keep the same PVA combination so that like you don't get into the situation where flavors are competing basically. Kluby says nice and grats. Thanks Kluby. Laggy C says wow, great info as always. Thank you, and to Gore Grinder as well. So this was in response to the video I did on that spotted amber. Always really enjoy your videos. I've been in the pond at your original spot and it's been good, but not one common ghost for 10 sessions. Wow. Different server perhaps? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know how much of a difference the different servers make. I just don't know. Anyway, using alpha and nargas, this spot looks like I would get spooled if I hooked into a big trophy. So I've been avoiding the open water. Do you agree? Feels risky to me. Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and type a response here as well. Yes, I agree with you. Risk of being spooled is high in this spot without solid carp setups. Now, I'm not sure. The Narga 8000, I can't remember what the strength on that is. You may be okay with that, and you'll be able to kill most fish on an alpha, but I'm hitting some really good fish in that spot, so I would be a little nervous. So what is this? MDog doesn't CTR right click? I don't know why, but I can't make sense of that in my head. I'm sorry, Thames. Sorry, I'm not understanding. Mike Yes says, oh, I remember unlocked Octuba 2 days ago, and I tried that spot yesterday. A 24.7 wild carp on my second cast with a 15.5 kilo reel. It wasn't fun. Yeah, that sounds... Wild carp and grass carp can just really stress you out, and unfortunately, they're not often worth the silver. The silver return isn't worth the work you've put into it, typically. Victor says, Oldberg 2726 with night crawlers. So this is, I'll never keep up with this, but this person has 3 different accounts. So this is the same person as So Toxic. 2726 with night crawlers, cast to the log. Interesting. Let's pull up our map so we can see where that is. 2726.
Wow.
On Oldberg. It's got to be... not far from here, is it? I'm wondering if that's another cast to the log. I wonder if that's another tench spot. We could go check that out. Okay. Jessica Tim says, hi, MDog. I have a question regarding skill points. From your experience, just how valuable is putting skill points into trophy catch? I mostly spin fish and I already put 3 points to spoons and cranks, not seeing much of a difference, to be honest. Yeah. I think there's a difference. Now, for me, it's mostly in bottom fishing because that's what I do 90% of the time, right? And I just like gleeked coffee out of my mouth. But I feel like if I go to a spot on my main account where I've got 3 points in inline or loop, and I fish that same spot versus on a low level account without points in those things, I feel like my chances to catch a trophy are higher on my main account. But I don't have any scientific data to back that up. I mean, that's just the sort of the feeling I have after playing the game a lot. But there's a nice crucian. But without knowing like how that stuff is programmed, how the numbers work and all that, it is just impossible for us to say with any certainty, right? I mean, I do remember back in the day when I first put points into spoons and like thinking like, okay, is this going to improve the quality of the fish I'm catching? And it's just hard to know. It's really hard to know. But thanks for the question, Jessica. I'm just not sure. I am just not sure. Patrick says, Oldberg at 35.58, I caught several Gibble carp trophies, 2 eels, and a lot of tench. 35.58. Wait. Oh, I know that spot. 35.58. Unfortunately, we don't see what baits Patrick were using. Sorry. Oh, wait, he replied. Replied to his own comment. The night just ended with a 3 trophy gibble carp, 4 tench, 1 eel, all in one night. I used 3 feeders with basic body and rib, size 6 hook and night curls, and all of them clipped 8. Maybe we should try that. I'm trying to, you know, if you don't hit the eel, I actually think the silver and experience might be better in the bream spot. But if you hit the eel, maybe we'll go try it. He also provided a screenshot. Oh, hey, guess what? He also had a grass carp. Whew, that's the risky part. 35.58, huh? Okay, Patrick. That sounds fun, though. I like variety. At least we'd be doing something a little different. So, Tyler Miller says, I think this is off the video that I actually posted tonight. Got a 29 kilo mirror trophy and a 19 linear last night after you logged there. That is awesome. Good job, Tyler. That spot's so fun. All right, 35.58. Do we want to go try that? I can hear you all saying yes. I can almost just like hear it. 35.58. You know, if we go now, we'd be able to did we just get ghost snagged right here in front of the bridge? Good grief. That's brutal. 35.58, huh? That's my own fault. I had lowered my drag for some reason. I don't know why the drag was so low on that one. I might not have been ghost snagged. That might have been the problem on the third reel too. Alright, size 6 hook, huh? $35.58. I think I'm gonna have to purchase a hook or two if we're gonna actually use those size hooks. Although I am wondering, Tyler, if you have, or sorry, was it Patrick? I am wondering, Patrick, if you have better gear than I do. We can at least start there. Golly, if the trophy gibbles are biting, that just makes it fun. I hope they're biting at night, though. What I worry about is really slow bite rate, which doesn't always make for the most exciting episodes, but... yeah, I fished here before. All right, let's see how much he was clipped. $8 meters. Yeah, small clip. All right, size 6, huh? think we want to basically just go and keep it like in this stuff that's right in front of us. Or close to it. I'm just not sure that I can go size 6 hooks on these smaller lines. I just think it's asking for trouble. But we can do 8 and see how that goes. I also wonder if I should put Crucian Gibble ground bait on all of them. I don't know. And I'm going to go a little bit more straight in front of us here on this one. And just see. So I'm just not used to eels biting on stuff with ground bait on them. But it did seem to happen to me that random time on redworm. So maybe we will keep the ground bait on. And just hope the eels will not mind it. We'll see how it goes. I don't mind trying something new. If we get spooled, we get spooled, right? Definitely getting some nibbles. I think we should be using Crucian Gibble ground bait though. The tench will still bite on this. You catch tench on this kind of ground bait all the time. And if we're hoping for Gibble trophies, this might help some. So I'll probably rotate this onto all 3 lines. Instead of that fake tench mix. We could also put like redworm on one for the nighttime. Like I said, that random eel I caught was on redworm recently. Alright, let's see what this is. Alright, it's a Crucian. I like it. Yeah, I hope the Crucians and Gibbles are really active right now. That is what I hope. So if we had to choose, we'd rather the fish go right and not left. Just thinking about hitting a grass carp here. Just wondering if this is really slow, if we still go get bream at 2100. We could get like a few bream and then come back here at like 4 a.m. or something. I don't know. Nice gibble. What would it be like to lean into the Crucian and Gibbles with one? It's like Bread or Semolina. Why are Nightcrawlers so good right now at attracting trophies? It's weird, isn't it? It was like this last time I made a leveling series, but it wasn't the Crucian and Gibbles as much as the Chinese sleepers at that point were just like killing the Nightcrawlers. You know, isn't it weird that every fish we've caught has been on the size 6 hook? Welcome to the chat channel, C. Messick. I don't think I've seen you before. Level 7. Welcome to the game. That's awesome. Alright, let's see what we got here on a size 8 hook. Okay, let's watch the results. If there really shouldn't be that much of a difference in a 6 and an 8 when you're catching Gibbles and Crucians, but I think we're gonna catch everything here. Potentially. Big scary stuff. Little cute stuff. Nice barbel, Moisa. That's a pretty decent barbel there. All right, finally the middle rod's getting a bite. Let's see what's on it. I'm just like wondering what the night's going to be like. But there's only one way to find out. We'll just stay. We'll just figure it out. Hey, guess what that is? It's a tench. That's a nice tench too. So, if you're keeping track at home, we've caught a roach here, a crucian, a gibble, a perch, and a tench. All in the same spot. We also hope to catch an eel, and we'll likely catch a grass carp if we stay long enough. So, a lot of different species. I'd say if we threw different bait here, we also might see sleepers and rough as well. There's a little tench. Oh, wow. Trophy Vendus, I like it. Manson got a Trophy Vendus. Catch a lot of char. You catch some Vendus when you're trying to get char at Cory. That definitely happens. So at what point do we take the ground bait off of at least one of these to see if that increases our chance of an eel? Tough decisions. So most of chat is agreeing with me that it just seems like no ground bait is probably the better option. For eel. But I'll just do it on one because we would love to see that trophy gibble as well, and I know they like the ground bait better. Classic hooks. How are sixes out of stock? All right, there's one. Well, our hope that this is an eel is quickly fading. I guess there's still a hope that it could be a big tench. It sounds a lot like a grass carp or something though, doesn't it? And it ran the wrong way, by the way. I don't think we're ever getting that fish in. We're not providing any resistance at all. And at this point, it's on the other side of the island, I'm sure. We might not have enough line for this, but our best hope at this point is that it starts running the other way. Did we change its direction? I don't think so. We're also just not going to be able to drag it across the island. Maybe it did change directions a little bit. I don't know if it's better just to like disconnect, just like Alt F4, or I mean, what are we going to lose here? Cheap cage. The hook is the most expensive thing. I guess we'll just let it snap. That's fine. If it comes to that. We actually at this point need it to. Oh, and another line. Something's going to happen to another line too. potentially. We actually need it to go past the island now and get really tired so we can reel it in. But it's just kind of sitting over there. We don't have any room to spare. I just also don't know if it has any more room to run. I don't know. Is it on this side of the island or the other side, though? It looks like my line's going through the island, so I assume it's on the other side. I can't tell you how much I would love for this fish to pop off. I never can just give up. It's hard for me to give up. But you can waste a lot of time doing this. See, we're just not gonna... We're not gonna be able to get it. I don't think. I'm also tempted to put it down for a second and go see if we can get the other lines in. Yeah, see, every time. Now, if my theory is right, it's going to stop and I won't be able to go any farther. Don't snap. Let's stay in the game. Don't snap. But I also don't want to, like, lose my stuff over here. Wow. That was an eel. We just caught an eel. On ground bait, by the way. I'm sorry, where is my stinking rig? I ran right past it. Alright. What can we do with this thing? Are we pulling it at all now? Are we still kind of in the same place as we were? So right trigger is like does nothing, as in we are nowhere near being able to do anything with this fish. That's what that means. I don't know what you are, but I have to just manhandle you in. It's a tench. Nice. Okay. Now what are we going to do with this disaster over here? Oh, there's slack in the line. Well, we may just lose it. That'd be okay, right? Holy crap. still on? Yes, you've got to swim one way or the other. And I don't have enough line to really lead you there. You're going to have to kind of do it on your own. I caught an eel. Oh yes, go, 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 go. Keep going. Keep going. There you go. Keep going. These poor Lacertes. The things we do to these Lacertes, you know. It's gonna hit the island. Isn't it on the island now? Or will it just bump into the island and then I won't be able to reel it anymore? I'm not sure what's going to happen, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever, like, kept a fish on this long on the other side of the island. Oh, what I wouldn't give for binoculars. No, don't go back that way. Silly. Just like to think of it right now like it's just flipping and flopping on the island right now. It might not be, though. There's a decent amount of room over there. Like, it might not be to the island yet. I don't know. See, I just don't think we can reel through the island. Right? Okay, so let's start seeing if we can reposition and pull it this way. We don't really want to, as long as tension's on there, we don't need to be reeling yet, really. The problem is that the direction here, we're going to almost spool ourselves just to try to do this. What about out on the end of this? Is this enough distance? Alright, what's happening over there? Feels like there's a point in which we can't get it any farther, doesn't it? I mean, it is still way... I don't know that we're going to be able to get a better angle than that without spooling. It's like it's stuck, right? I can't, right click doesn't do anything. It's not really moving anymore. I don't think I have enough line to get to the bridge. Right? Oh, we actually got some lift on it for the first time. Level 20. 3. 1668. Wow. Okay, cool. Just can't quite do it. And there's no way we're going to obviously get to that bridge. Keep thinking it's about to swim out there. Just trying to lift it or something. Probably just a long waste of time, but I just do not like giving up. Is it moving at all? Or have I stuck it on something over there? Doesn't it seem like it's just stuck on something? Trying to give it a little bit of line. It is not moving. Wait. Is it moving? It is not moving. Now, the other thing is, it's not... It's not pulling much. We're going to end up having to try something really stupid here. We'll end up snapping the line. Oh, wait, it's moving. Right? Move for a second. I don't know why I just reeled. I don't think we actually want to pull it towards us right now. Unless we're gonna... Alright, so... I guess we're gonna try it. So what we're hoping here is that the fish is completely tired out. But we've got this cheap little Lacerti, so there's no way it's gonna accomplish what I need it to. Now wait a minute. This is farther than we've ever had it. Is it? Are we actually getting this fish in now? Oh my goodness. Okay. I gotta quit being dumb. Wow. Doesn't matter what it is, right? It was not worth all that? Or do you disagree? The only thing that's worth all that is because there's a part of me that just never wants to give up, you know? So what I was about to do, if it hadn't have come loose there, I was about to start maxing the reel drag and slowly trying to drag it towards me without breaking the line. Even with really nice reels, it's probably above my skill level. But I was going to try it. I want to see what it is, but I also don't want to look down at the fish because it'll risk it getting off more. We should be able to tell what it is here in just a second, though. So far, I have no idea. Like, it just doesn't look like a grass carp, which is what I thought it was going to be. Oh, it is a grass carp. It's just an upside down grass carp. Ugh. And they're never worth the silver. Oh my gosh. That was the worst. Oh, that was the worst. Wow. Okay, I think this is the least amount of fish we've ever caught in one of our leveling videos, right? It's gotta be. And not even a tinge order to make it seem better. I should have gone for the trophy bream. Hey, there's still 79 hours left. We can do that. It'll be bream time before you know it. Maybe next video I will. 57 silver. I mean, I just think, wait till you have stronger gear. Before you put yourself in danger of catching grass carp, just wait till you have a little stronger gear than we do. Maybe if all three of our setups was what our strongest setup was, it would be worth the risk. Because honestly, I mean, with our size hooks and everything, how often are we going to hit an 8 size, you know, an 8 kilo grass carp? I don't know. I don't know. It's fun to accomplish that, but wow. Okay. Hey, thanks for watching. I think we're going to do another session here soon, though, and try to get some bream in. That was interesting. All right. Catch you next time.